Hey there, Math 1010 students. It's Mrs. Scholes. Welcome to week 3. This is an important week, so pay close attention. For our announcements, it is test week. So you have your first college math class test this week for chapter 2. So the testing window is from Wednesday through Sunday at midnight. The test is posted in week 3, but it will not open until that testing window starts. All right. The test has to be completed in that test window. It could not be submitted late unless you have some like very emergency type situations, like somebody died or you got sick or were hospitalized or something like that. In those situations, contact me as early as possible. But otherwise, just plan on getting it done during the testing window. Okay. The expectation this week is that you should have all of your assignments submitted from week 1 through 3. Tests are a good time in the course to make sure that you are caught up. All right, so use this week to do catching up if you need to, and be done with week 1 through 3 by the end of this week. Okay, and then don't forget that you are awesome. You're doing great. This is probably your first time doing a college level math class, and you're doing better than you think you are. So just stick with it, okay? These are my office hours for the week. I have to post these, but I also want you to know that I am available anytime that you need me. So do not save your communications with me for these hours. Text me, call me, chat me, email me anytime you have a question. If we need to meet, then we will arrange a time to meet that works with your schedule in mind, okay? This is your suggested schedule for this week. So, as you can see, you need to complete the Chapter 2 review assignment. It's kind of a longer one, it's 30 questions long. So, give yourself plenty of time to do that review multiple times if you need to. And then we are also moving forward into Chapter 3. So, you have 2 sections from Chapter 3 that you'll be completing this week, in addition to the test. All right. So plan your time accordingly and figure it out right now when you're going to accomplish all this. Okay, so let's chat about what you're going to see in the week 3 module. Okay, so let me get my pointer right here. So you have your suggested schedule that we just went over. You'll have your weekly task. The weekly task has some error analysis problems in them that I want you to pay close attention to. Okay. Um, then this resource right here, the Watch Prepare for Your Chapter 2 test. This resource has all the information you need to be prepared for your test, as well as videos that go over how to do every single problem on the review. So if you're struggling with the Chapter 2 review assignment, come to this resource and watch the videos to see how to do the problems correctly so you can fix them on your review, okay? Then this right here is just a reminder that you need to complete the Chapter 2 review in MyLab Math. So you'll go to the MyLab Math assignments link and complete the review. Now let's talk about your test. The test is going to be remotely proctored. So that means we are going to be using a program called Proctorio. Proctorio uses your webcam to record you, a video of you taking your test. This is how we make sure that you are taking your test honestly. You're not cheating, you're not getting help from outside sources. Okay, so Proctorio has to be running while you're doing your test. So use this resource to make sure that you have Proctorio installed on your computer before you do the test. Okay, and then you can see obviously the 3.1 test that will become available when the testing window starts. Okay, if you have questions or concerns about any of those things, especially like Proctorio, reach out and let me know. Okay, more things about your test. So your Chapter 2 test is not a timed test, but do plan on completing it in one sitting. Okay, most students will take about an hour or a little bit more to complete their test. You have 2 attempts available on your test, but you must have at least an 80% or better on all of your Chapter 2 homework assignments for that second attempt to be unlocked. Okay, and that's a good sign that you're prepared for the test is if those assignments have an 80% or better, right? So focus on that 80% on your Chapter 2 assignments. And then finally, your test has 16 questions and oops, sorry, I'm trying to move this. You must complete the test using the Proctorio remote proctoring. Okay, there's no exceptions to that. All right, so These are the sections from chapter 2 that will be covered on your test. Make sure you review these notes that you've been taking. And then finally, since this is your first college math test, part of your weekly task this week is going to be to sign up for a meeting with me. I want to help you be prepared, help you be confident, and make sure myself that you are ready to take the test. So sign up for a meeting with me in the weekly task this week, or communicate with me if you have concerns or things with your schedule. Let me know, okay? But this is a requirement this week. That's it. Good luck this week. I wish you all the best, and I will see you on the other side.